This is it. They're down to 1 life. As long as they don't like have like a Witchstalker's Frenzy or something like that. No! No! No!
I thirst for information.
I'm the draw with Bob and 2 pain lands here. If we're going against Is It Cutter or Mice, this will be really bad, and I can already see that it is, of course, Storm Chaser's Talent. So this is absolutely apocalyptic, I'm not gonna lie, but we kind of made this, especially with the sideboard, with the Is It Cutter decks in mind. So this is actually absolutely awful, but let's go for the duress. It is most important to go for duress against this deck only. So Cori-Steel Cutter, get the absolute hell out of here. I mean, Monstrous Rage sucks, but the Cori-Steel Cutter is the persistent problem. Alright, so obviously with the deck design, we're very low to the ground. We got the Dark Confidant. I just learned, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I actually just learned why he's called Bob. I didn't know that. I already forgot the fellow's name, Bob something, but I feel like I should probably know that as a Magic enthusiast. It's been a while, you know. Started playing about a decade ago, so I should probably know that. But either way, let's go in for this. Typically, a lot of times with Llanowar Elves, not very often where the turn 1 best play is Llanowar Elves, but versus Cori-Steel Cutter, if you've got Duress, if you've got Intimidation Tactics, I'm just doing it every single time. I don't even really care. Yeah, this is fine. I don't really care about the Elves that much in this deck. I mean, you always want to get down 2 lands for the price of 1. Especially because Llanowar Elves can give you land that's not pain. Into the Flood Maw. That's actually okay. Alright, so we're at 16 life. Presumably nothing? Okay. See, getting rid... If you can just get rid of the Cori-Steel Cutter, that is really all that you need to do. So let's go for the Revenant. If you can Duress or Intimidation Tactics the Cori-Steel Cutter, you're usually okay. And then obviously being in Golgari, I think I'm going to block... Well... I think we actually do block here because, yeah, I mean, you use Monstrous Rage, but I still get the lifelink. It still dies, and we burn through their rage. If they top deck into a Cori-Steel Cutter, then they can't rage and double spell as likely, I guess. Bat, here we go. So the bat is actually really good versus Cori-Steel as well, because they don't have a whole lot of removal. So 2 VVs and a stock up walk into a bar. Let's go ahead and take the stock up. Very obvious choice here. I'm gonna go ahead and pay for this. It's not great paying for stuff, but whatever. We've kind of just put them on absolute ice here. Yeah. Wow. Kryptonite. All right, we're absolutely not messing around here. Got Intimidation Tactics. This looks fine. Cecil. I still don't know if it's Cecil or Cecil, but I'm gonna call him Cecil until I get corrected. Cecil, obviously not really that good. I found. Let's just do this first. This is the best thing about the deck here. Again. This is the second time. Get out of here, Cutter. Get out of here. We are the Kryptonite killers. Kryptonite for Cori-Steel Cutter. But, all right. That's the second time we've kind of done that, where we ignored the Llanowar Elves and gone straight in for either Duress or Intimidation. Okay. Well, you kind of see that we're overloaded on the Duress Intimidation Tactics type of angle here. So I think you kind of have to be. See, we kind of don't need elves though, like right now. What are we really ramping up into? Nothing right now, so I think we'll go ahead and do this. Again, Cori-Steel Cutter is the only deck where you pretty much want to do this. You really want to hit those early Duress and Intimidation Tactics, so it's just gonna have to be a stock up. Yeah, 2 stock ups are pretty bad, so let's go ahead and just leave you with 1. Can't double spell if they go for untapped land into stock up. Nothing? That's good. Alright. So this is kind of in a weird spot because, I mean, we know they have Into the Flood Maw, so if I just kind of, you know... I guess we can start attacking here. It's kind of gross to take damage at all. I mean, this is a little greedy. A lot of times I just opt... Unkind of intended versus this deck, but a lot of times I opt not to. Let's go for this. I do want to get the Restless Cottage down, because obviously making food tokens, if this gets grindy, could be advantageous. I don't really want the Nowhere to or Unable to Scream to go on my Glissa. So I think we'll do this. Kind of a weird spot here, because we don't want to be too passive, and this really sucks a lot. We do obviously have, you know, things to get rid. Ooh, Shelly. Okay, Shelly is obviously amazing. We do have the means to get rid of artifacts even after they come out into the battlefield, because we are Golgari, obviously. Alright, so I think it's more important to establish Shelly without the unable to scream nonsense. I think we can probably swing in here. So we are like negative racing with 2 Cori-Steels, which is obviously horrible. Unable to scream, because I mean we're kind of in a weird spot here. They're gonna most likely double spell with into the flood mob or opt. Okay, same difference. All right, here we go. We do have a cut down to kind of slow them down. I probably will block with Glissa. Yeah, I think we'll block with Glissa here. And if they try to do anything crazy, we'll adjust here. I mean, we're not, yeah, that's fine. We're not taking any damage, so there's no reason to cut down right now. They could prowess this out and fizzle it, but maybe because we do have 5 mana here. So if we go for Shelly, we can still go for cut down and Shelly. But now that we have the bat, things get a little squirrely. So our play line's really, really weird here. Let's go for bat. I doubt they'll flood maul, because then I can just replay it. I don't want them to have the stock up. Stock up is so annoying. What you got here? Okay, so now's a good time to go for cut down. I mean, it is kind of annoying that the okay, I kind of maybe didn't assess my black sources too much, because I'm not going to be able to replay the Cecil. Vivi is fine. If they don't have a follow-up with Vivi, then like I don't really care that much. I think we've kind of already made our bed in terms of like racing. I'm not blocking, so let's get our little damage in for our elf. But yeah, I can't, not being able to replay that Cecil, not great. All right. So Vivi is out and about, kind of in a weird spot again with this Revenant. You know, we are going to want to establish, let's just go ahead and take our lifelink first. But as far as like, what do we do here? I think we want to get more bodies out. Yeah, let's just, I mean, Shelly's just like, you know, the bee's knees, right? And then we're going to go ahead and pay 1 because we're a little bit low on the black sources here. We should have already had Cecil out, but it is what it is. Wow! It's got him! Let's go! 2 Gix is a little sketchy. Not really. We're on the play, so this is kind of where you want it. I think 2 Gix is pretty much the magic number here. The only problem with running like you know, Gix and all this like Dark Confidant and stuff like that is when you obviously run into Mice, or is it Cori-Steel Cutter, which pretty much when you get up into, you know, I guess they're like 93% or A69, but typically when you get up into the higher ends of Mythic, this is pretty much all it is, so you got to come prepared. So no Cori-Steel Cutter. But I do think Hand Disruption, and then obviously being in green with like, you know, Tranquil Frillback, you know, Terra Sunder, that kind of stuff here is really good, but we do have a go for the throat for the Drake Hatcher, so I think it might be, you know what, that's a little aggressive. Man, let's just take the stock up, right? I mean, if I didn't have go for the throw, I'd be a little bit more apt to do that, because if they go super wide here, we got to be a little careful. They might not even need the stock up, but it's okay. I think we're okay with this. I'm going to be greedy here. We have already taken the long path, right? By taking away the stock up, so I'm going to do this, and we are drawing. I will take 1 life here. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so now double go for the throat. Pretty good. Typically, versus Izzet, you don't really need like creature removal. You more so just want to get rid of those nasty steel cutters in their hand. This is pretty good. I think we can just kind of chill here. I think I'll probably do that same thing again. Yeah, like Dark Confidant, Gix, these types of things. Obviously with Cecil, a lot of like manipulation with your life total that you can do, but we're looking actually pretty well here. We could get... No, let's not. Let's not get... Let's not be dumb. Let's not play down the Llanowar Elves. We don't need to do that. Slide a hand, sure. So if we block and they go for Monstrous Rage, well, then we just go for the Throat. But we can force them, presumably. Oh, okay, so they're not even gonna, like... Okay, yeah, we're good. I mean, they're just tapping out. They're not swinging then. There's no chance they swing. That'd be absolutely silly, so... Go for a Throat. Hatcher. Spot removal is a lot worse in this deck versus, whatchamacallit, Mice. Like, it's just better versus Mice. Because they have, like, the Steel Cutter, which just makes a... They don't make anything. Alright, I think we can keep this. This is just, like, a really solid hand. We are on the play as well. We don't have any of our, like, Duress, or... We don't have any of our sideboard cards. So, like, no Frillback, no Duress, no Intimidation Tactics, which is a little gross. So I think we'll set off the Restless Cottage. Again, if things get grindy, we've got the Cottage to kind of gain life here. We can kind of forego the Paw Patch Recruit because we do not have a 3-drop. That's pretty gross. Can't replay it. That's kind of annoying. I do think the as far as the 2-drops go, the Dark Confidant and then the Knight do make for a nice little 1-2 punch. This is good though. We do have a de facto 3-drop play with the Paw Patch Recruit, so we got plenty to do here. And then we have a Shelly, so... Another Torch. Okay, that's our second Torch. I don't really mind the Torches as much. Typically, you want to see... I mean, obviously, if you're playing against Cori-Steel Cutter, the most popular deck in the format. Typically, you want to see, well, a Shelly. Or you want to see, you know, Intimidation. I think I've already said that a million times. So you get the idea. As long as I can't set up the Cori-Steel Cutter, you're usually okay. But Shelly can just, like, auto-win. Shelly is still good in 2025, I assure you. There it is. Yep, I mean, we made our bed, though. I didn't take a mulligan to get my Duress or, you know, Intimidation Tactics, because I thought my opening hand was pretty good, so I just didn't really want to mess with it too much. So they do have the Cori-Steel Cutters here. Hopefully I can... Well, that's fine. Cutdown's fine. I think we'll just do this now while they're tapped out, because Cutdown can obviously fizzle. We do not want any sort of fizzling, so... I think we'll just drop down the Shelly, and life should be relatively okay here. If we top deck into a Frillback... I mean, should be looking okay. Swifty, I am not blocking. No way, no how. Just do your thing. Do your Monstrous Rage. Get it all out. Hearthstone Elemental. Some people do run this. I'm a little more skeptical about this card, but, like, it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. No, I'm not blocking. No. No, thank you. Not putting my Shelly at risk. Let's just go for the value play here, and then we can go for the Throat still. Sure, we're looking all right. This is one of the bigger advantages of going green rather than just mono black. I think splashing green in for the mono black stuff is a little bit better. I'm gonna go and end the turn here. I don't want to, like, run into a... Well, I guess I guess I could have swung in, they block, and maybe, like, torch the tower or something, but then we also have to go for the Throat. So maybe that was a little bit too passive. I also want to block with the Shelly and then go for the Throat whenever they inevitably Monstrous Rage. So I think I'd rather play a little bit more defensive. I mean, this isn't that bad, right? If we have Shelly, they're not going to want to do the draw 3, do whatever the hell. They're just going to make tokens. Like, that's pretty okay with me.
Together we can shift the current.
So I guess we probably do just take away their biggest thing here. Okay, I'm actually doing the math here. So 1, 2, 1. They're tapped out. We don't have to worry about any sort of prowess stuff. Look at this. This is actually pretty damn good. They can't kill Shelly no matter what. I guess we'll go for the Duress here, I guess. So monster. Oh, God. All right. All right. So they can't kill Shelly no matter what. That's really nice to know. So that when we swing in, we're not putting the Shelly at risk by swinging. We know they have one Monstrous Rage, but, like, I don't know if it matters that much. I think we might as well. If we just trade one of the rabbits, that's fine. Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. Yeah, Shelly's not in any sort of harm. I think we want to kill the Ral. You can even make the case of just swinging on the face. But if they're going to make chump blockers every turn, it's kind of annoying. So trade. This is fine, right? No damage goes through. I think we literally have them. I mean, this deck is... We didn't even draw into our sideboard cards here, and we've got Is It Cutter on lockdown, baby. Another... whatever the hell.
Thanks for the helping paw.
They could go for a defensive Monstrous Rage, so I don't really want to swing in with Shelly. Tiny Bones is actually not bad here, because we can... Yeah, Tiny Bones isn't terrible. Well, that's not great. I mean, it's, you know... Alright, here's the plan. I think we're good to go. Even if... They'll have 4 toughness on the Monstrous Rage, even if we do this. So I'm going to go ahead and set up for a Restless Cottage. And I think we're going to swing in here. I think we're going to take care of the Ral. They're not going to... I just don't know if I think this is fine, though. We kind of want to establish this. If they go for it Into the Flood Maw, so let's get rid of Into the Flood Maw, I think, right? In case they top deck into another Storm Chaser's Talent, because they can't kill the Shelly otherwise. So as long as Shelly's here, we're looking good. If they go for a defensive Monstrous Rage here, that's... I mean, it's not that... We don't care about that. That's really not that bad. We're going to trade. We're looking pretty good here.
Touching my fur.
Down to 7. They can't go for the Ral draw 3. Like, they don't want to do that yet. They're just going to want to set up because we have Shelly. No way! Okay, they actually do. Okay. That's actually pretty unlucky. So at least they're tapped out here. But what are they going to grab here? Probably like a torch then, I would assume, right? Okay, so Into the Flood Maw would have been really nasty for the Shelly. So thank God that actually line did matter. Top decking a land here sucks. But we're actually pretty okay to just swing in here, right? No harm. At this point, I'm not really super concerned about Ral. Can we just swing the face, man? Yeah, well, sure. Really unfortunate. Man, if we just could put a little bit more pressure here. We're not really ready to close out yet. Down to 5. I don't care about my life loss here. Tiny Bones. Down to 3. Cutter. Alright. Oh, not loving it. But that's okay, I guess. I would assume they kill the Tiny Bones, I guess.
Together we can shift the current.
Maybe they just keep it to kind of ward off my Shelly. Because my Shelly's kind of the win condition here. But they do not. They wanted to, yeah, that makes some more sense, I guess.
A new world requires new strategies.
Okay. There's no way they attack here. So, I mean, we kind of almost have them on the ropes here. Pick your poison. Okay, pick your poison is actually pretty damn good here. Yeah, I mean, we can do this, right? So sacrifice an artifact of your choice. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. They get rid of 1 cutter, but now see, we're in that same exact boat where they can't threaten Shelly. So Shelly's under absolutely no threat. And we're going to swing in here. If Tiny Bones goes through, Shelly's life trigger kills them. And then they have to block Shelly, obviously. Alright, so this is it. This is it. They're down to 1 life. As long as they don't, like, have, like, a Witchstalker's Frenzy or something like that. No! No! No!
I thirst for information.
Into a sock up! No! Come on, top. No! Come on! No! We lost. That's it, man. There's no way we're getting out of this. Damn it! Never over until it's over, I guess. But wow. Yeah, that just took my soul. I don't really have a... I mean, we have Blood Gas. I do have one copy of Blood Gas still here. We could have top decked it. We could have top decked a Shelly, too. That's crazy, man. I wonder where I misplay. I mean, maybe I did misplay. Maybe it's just unluckiness on the Rebel Salvo off the top there. Yeah, it's over now. It's over now. We'll let you have your fun. Wow. It really I don't really mind losing so much. It just sucks when I'm recording it. If I was off camera, it wouldn't sting so much, but I really don't like losing on camera. So I'm supposed to show you how good this deck is, but I guess we absolutely lost here. So down to 1 life. I guess what did I do wrong? I'll have to go back and watch. I guess there probably was maybe one sort of play where we like messed up or something like that, but we'll let him storm off here. If I'm gonna lose to Is It Cutter, might as well just let him, like, you know, storm off. This is at least cool. It's a little less degrading losing to like a storm. This is at least like kind of endearing in some ways, but man, that was pretty brutal. All right, I guess I'll just kind of talk generally. I'm probably gonna kill us here soon, but I think this deck is really well positioned for Is It. I wanted to maybe show you a little bit more, but I probably will be using this as a grind deck because I do think that this deck has such a good matchup versus Is It. It's honestly has a worse matchup, a little bit worse of a matchup versus like just Mice, but Is It Cutter, they're really going nuts here. So, but splashing in the green does make for a way easier matchup versus this deck. Typically, you saw, I think we got unlucky, but hey, it is what it is. GG's. If you want access to my deck list, make sure to join the channel on YouTube as a member or sign up on Patreon.